One of the projects on the list for today is to run water to this bad boy, our LG refrigerator. Yes, it lights up in the door. Let's call it 5 months. We've had it and have not had the water hooked up to it because it's not in its final place. Well, I'm tired of manually filling up the ice dispenser. I'm going to run the line around back here, behind the trash, behind the water dispenser we have there for the bottled water, and run it off the cold water line in the bathroom. Temporary setup. Someday that wall will be gone. This fridge will sit here with that wall knocked back a little, facing the kitchen. Won't that be fun? So let me show you what we're dealing with on the other side of the wall where the water is going to go. We'll be plumbing into the vanity line in what we're now calling the small bath, the half bath it will become, into the cold water back there. So we will PEX in a T, and then the connection for the fridge water, and run it out through the wall there. Normally you'd take this down under the house, bring it up by the fridge. It's a temporary setup. I don't want to crawl under the house, so it's just going to go here, avoid the drawers, come out through the wall over there. These are the tools we're going to use to do this job. I want to talk briefly about why each of them are here and point out a couple of things. Tape measure to make sure we're the same distance back on the wall on both sides of the wall, so I'm not drilling into a stud or a water dispenser on the other side. The drill, because we're going to use the drill bits here to cut a hole in the wall. We're using 1/2 inch PEX, but we'll use a 5/8 inch hole. The water line to run to the refrigerator, of course, from this line in here. We have some tees, shark bite poly tees. Only be using one of those, and the 1/2 by 1/4, which will hook to there from the water line. The clamps that we will use the PEX pinch clamp tool to put on. You'll see that in action again later. Love that tool, makes this job so easy. And the other one that I really want to talk a little bit about is the cutter. This is what you will use to cut your pipe. Highly recommend you use that, because to get these PEX pieces in, it needs to be a nice, smooth, straight end. This was cut with my cutter tool. This end was obviously cut with a hacksaw, I'm guessing, so you not only end up with not a straight cut, but look at all those burrs. You really have a chance of things leaking if you don't have a clean, straight cut. So, right tool for the job. Speaking of the job, let's get started. If step 1 is gather the tools, step 2 is make sure the water is off. Yay, water is off. We will now cut a line right about here so we can put that T in and run it over there. We also need to take this drawer out so we can get in there and drill the hole. I drilled a pilot hole with a smaller bit so that I know I'm not going to have a great big gaping hole where I don't need one, something a little easier to cover up. Hole is drilled, the water line is brought through. Again, for temporary install, I'm just going to put the connector right here underneath the vanity. Easiest, I think, is going to be to cut it about right here. You need to take out a small section of pipe. This should still give me room to get the clamp in there. Put the clamps on after everything is done. So, hey, here goes nothing. Okay, nice clean cut on that. A little water coming back down in. We will get that soaked up. And let's grab our tea. Make sure we've got the right size before we go any farther. I know we did, but triple check. Tool demonstration. For the cutter, you just put the pipe in like that. You saw me cut the other one. PEX is a much better one to cut. So you just clamp this down. Keep clamping until you get a nice, clean cut. Thought it would be easiest to give a little demonstration on using this clamp while I'm not working under there. So we're going to go ahead and put the T onto this end. When you're using these pinch pipe or Pro Pinch clamps, I got the smart ones with the arrow. The arrow goes the direction of the pipe, not the direction of the water flow. So make sure you got that right. Once you have that on, that little red tab is going to pop off. You don't need that. It's just to let you know which way the pipe should go on. So we're putting the T in like so. Right, nice and snug on it. This clamp will come up like so. So, I've got the clamp on the right direction. Take the tool and just put that little clamp pop out. You can see it there inside of the tool opening here. And you will hand clamp it down until the LED light comes on. That's your cue that it is tight enough. Normally I do this right-handed, giving the left-handed workout just due to camera angles. Cinch that down. It's going to have to be a right-hand job because a lot of cinching. Okay, see the LED? Tighten up, you can stop. Alright, have one end on poly pipe, the other end there. Get this at the right angle for where we want it to go. And then we will pinch that puppy closed. Blue light is on. Release. Nothing to it. See, this thing will reach in there even in the tiniest of spaces. Some of the bigger ones are not going to give you that much room to maneuver. Now we're going to put our stop valve on the other side of that PEX pipe. We won't be needing this because we're not going to do our own pipe work. We're going to use the hose that came with the I almost said dishwasher. The hose that came with the refrigerator. We're going to put that stop valve back here. So another clean cut. So one more pinch clamp. Again, arrow direction of the pipe, not the water flow. So now we'll clamp that one on, just like we did the others. Blue light. Run. So, here comes the true test where we turn the water on. If it leaks, this will never see the light of day. No leaks. Pipe is in. Water runs. We will put a little Teflon tape on that. Hook this up to there. Other end to the fridge. And cross our fingers that we get tasty ice. Water line is connected at both sides. Get some air out. Get through that filter. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We will run a bunch of water through here. Throw away the first few batches of ice cubes. And enjoy our new water system. Yay! So I've given the lines some time to make sure there's no leaks. There's no leaks. Yay. Run a bunch of water through the filter to get that cleared out. Chucked out a couple of cycles of ice, making ice just like it should. So now we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Look at that. May not be a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to me. So hey, if you've seen something in here that helped you, something you liked, be sure to like and subscribe. If there's something you didn't like, something you would have done differently, or you just want to say, hey, put a comment down in the comment section below. But just like this water, keep it clean.